G'day guys, I'm Sean. Today we'll be looking at the HyperX Cloud 3 wireless gaming headset that's behind me. I'll show you guys what comes included in the box, what sort of accessories you get, and then we'll be doing a microphone test and then sharing with you guys my honest opinion on whether or not this headphone is worth it. So please use the chapters to get the information that you want, but I would recommend watching the whole video because there's lots of good content and good information there for you guys to make the final decision. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to chuck it a like, get subscribed, and let's begin. Alrighty, so let's get this HyperX Cloud 3 wireless gaming headset out of the box. We're all gamers after all, and see what is actually included and see what the build quality is like and what accessories come in the box. So when you open the box, the first thing that you see is the gaming headset, and I really do like this sort of understated but aggressive black and red color scheme. The actual, I don't know, the fact that there's no RGB on these things, the fact that they look kind of stealth with a little splash of color here, the HyperX logo on the outside of the ear cups, and then you've got that metal frame that sort of holds the cups in place is really nice. You've got a cord there going from the cups to the actual headset. The actual padding on the actual ear cups feels nice and plush, but there's no swivel or anything like that. But it do feel really, really solid. You do get some adjustability there in the headband. There's no markings though, no little increments, which I think is really nice. There's no fuss. It's just a really simple, clean headset with a really good amount of flex in that headband and a good amount of tilt. And then you've obviously got some branding on the headband there as well. But overall, lots of padding, lots of cushion, feels really well built. Only weighs, I think, about 300 grams and definitely feels like a premium product. Then in the accessory box, you've got a USB Type-C to Type-C cable for charging the headphones. There is a little bag there as well, so if you want to go ahead and transport the headphones without damaging them or putting whatever you want in that bag, you can. And then you've got the receivers, so that goes into your PC. So it's a Type-C receiver with a Type-A dongle. So if you want to use the dongle for a USB-A port or use that dongle for charging the actual headset, you can do either or, but really simple receiver there. And then you've got the flexible boom mic, which goes into the left ear cup, flexible, stays in place. It's got a little mesh filter there as well to sort of block out any of the background noise. And I think that this kind of option to remove the microphone is a really nice touch. I don't personally like headphones that have microphones that can't be removed, especially gaming ones, but overall I think it's a really nice looking pair of headphones, and the microphone is quite nice too. And then you obviously got the quick start guides, telling you what you can download, what else you can buy from HyperX, and then how to get it set up and how to use it, and talks all about the warranty and all that kind of stuff. But overall, really nice looking headset. Love the black and red. Might not be for everybody, but I think it's really understated and it looks really, really nice. So you are now hearing me through the microphone on the HyperX Cloud 3 wireless gaming headset. What do you guys think? I think personally it sounds a little bit, I don't know, AM radio, FM radio, if you get what I mean. There's not a lot of, fullness to my voice. It does sound clear, and I think if you're going to be on Discord or Zoom or Microsoft Teams or whatever it is that you're using to talk to the other person, they're going to be able to hear you okay. And if you're even streaming, this is going to be perfectly fine. Or maybe if you're just gaming with friends, I think everyone's going to be able to hear you pretty clearly. You just got to make sure that that microphone is, wrapped around in near your mouth, but overall it sounds pretty good. And I haven't modified the EQ or anything like that for this microphone. So what you're hearing is basically what you can expect out of the box. Now, as you can see as well, these are the settings in Windows 10. I'm on a Windows 10 PC, and by default, what's quite interesting is in the advanced section on the microphone properties, it picks it up as one channel 16-bit 16,000 Hertz, which is tape recorder quality, apparently. So what I would recommend if you've got a Windows PC, if you're using it on Windows, is going ahead and clicking that drop down and changing it to the 32,000 Hertz option, which I'll do now, and you'll be able to see the difference between 16,000 and 32,000. So let's click on that, press apply, press yes. Okay, so you're now hearing me through the microphone at 32,000 Hertz. Still 16-bit, but I think we can agree it sounds much better than what we had before. So use, I don't know, YouTube's back and forward to do a bit of a comparison for yourself. But definitely if you're going to be getting these headphones and using them on Windows 10, just so you get the absolute most out of the microphone, go into the sound control panels, go to the advanced tab like I have, change it down to 32,000 Hertz, and you'll definitely get a better sound. But overall, I actually think that this microphone is a pass and it's very clear, and whoever it is that you're going to be talking to is going to have absolutely no problem hearing you. And the fact that these things last 120 hours, which is like 4 hours a day for a month, is pretty impressive. So what we'll do now is a bit of a cheeky comparison between the HyperX Cloud 3 Wireless and this headset here from ASUS, which is about $20 more. This is the ASUS ROG Delta S Wireless. It's got some beamforming microphones, basically a bunch of little holes here on the ear cups in comparison to a boom mic, which actually sort of wraps around. And we'll see which one actually sounds better. So give me a second while I change the setup. Okay, so what you're hearing me through right now is the ASUS ROG Delta S wireless headset. It's about $20 more. It does have Bluetooth, but it doesn't have that wraparound microphone like the HyperX wireless. And I think you can all agree that the actual HyperX wireless headset sounds far better than this beamforming microphone setup that ASUS has gone with. So I think if you're in the market for a really clear microphone on a wireless gaming headset and you're looking at these two options, unless you really need Bluetooth, I would be 100% recommending the HyperX over the ASUS one. The ASUS microphone doesn't sound that good. Now, it's all well and good you guys hearing the microphone, but I'd actually like to hear from some random teammates online on Call of Duty to see if we can actually get somebody to give me an opinion, an honest opinion of how it sounds in-game. And I mean, Call of Duty has a lot of compression, but if someone says it sounds okay in Call of Duty, then I'm going to take that as a pass as well. And also, I would like to see what it's like playing Call of Duty and seeing if I can hear footsteps and clearly be able to sort of tell where gunshots and things are coming from. So let's see what we can get into and see what people actually think of the microphone on this headset. Hey guys, you guys got a mic at all?
Yeah. I got one.
Hey mate, how's it doing?
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, not bad mate. Hey, quick one for you. How does this microphone sound? I just got a new headset that I'm testing out.
That's all good.
Yeah, sounds alright?
Yeah.
Cool. You don't mind if I use what you just said in a YouTube video, do you? I'm actually a YouTuber.
No, say first.
Sweet, thanks man. I got it sent to me as a review item, so I'm just sort of, I don't know, trying to get an honest opinion from someone.
That sounds all good.
Sweet. I mean, I know there's a lot of like compression and stuff in Call of Duty, but I mean, hopefully it still sounds alright. So as you heard in game, the guy thought I sounded okay. Everyone could hear me clearly when I was telling people where they were. Everyone could actually understand what I was saying, and also hearing footsteps and hearing where bullet shots were coming from and grenades and flashes and people parachuting in and all that kind of stuff. I could hear everything around me really clearly and easily be able to sort of tell what direction they were coming from. So from a audio perspective, from a gaming perspective, they absolutely tick the box. And I think if you are on the fence about getting these headphones, then I wouldn't be too concerned. I mean, the Cloud 2s have a really good reputation, and I think this is just going to take it to the next level. So really good headset, and honestly wouldn't have any issues recommending this headset to someone who's in the market for a wireless pair of gaming headphones. Now, I think in order to get the absolute most value out of this headset and you are planning on using it with a Windows 10 PC, you want to download the HyperX Ingenuity software, which is what you're seeing on the screen at the moment. It's a free download, and in this program you can monitor your battery percentage. You can also set up presets for different game profiles. So maybe you want to have a profile for, let's say, Call of Duty or Valorant or something like that. You can do that. And then you've also got access here to the volume, the microphone levels, mic monitoring as well. You can turn that on or off. I've actually got it on at the moment so I can hear myself back through the headphones, and there's no latency at all, which is really impressive. You've got access to DTSX spatial sound, so if you want to do sort of virtual surround sound, you can turn that on or off depending on what you're listening to or what you're doing. And then you've also got access here to the EQ, so you can turn on an EQ like bass boost, but then you can also go ahead and modify that EQ to your liking as well, depending again like what the situation is, and then have that all tied into a preset. You can also go ahead and update the firmware through the software. So it's a really cool program, and I do highly recommend downloading it if you're on Windows 10 or Windows 11. Now let's talk comfort for a second. This headset is actually really comfortable. My ears don't rub on the inside, like I can't feel any part of my ear touching the ear cup or the actual padding or anything like that, so that's a big tick. The padding on the top here, it doesn't dig in or anything like that, and it's extremely secure. Talking about secure though, one thing that I have noticed is that the clamping pressure against my head is probably the most out of any of the other headphones behind me, like my AirPods Max, my Yamahas, my Asus ones. Definitely feel like the most secure, but also have the most amount of clamping pressure. So after 3 or 4 hours, you can definitely feel a bit of relief when you take the headphones off. And also, my ears don't necessarily get hot, but I don't feel like they're getting any ventilation either. So if you are in a warmer climate or somewhere that doesn't get too much ventilation, then I think these headphones could be a possible issue for you, and you might want to look at something that has a little bit more, I don't know, breathability. But overall, fairly comfortable. My ears don't rub, good amount of padding, not going to go anywhere. Just the clamping pressure and the fact that they're not really super breathable are probably the main things that I would, I guess, highlight for someone interested in buying these. Now, in terms of sound quality, these headphones actually sound really, really good. It doesn't matter if you're playing games, watching YouTube vids, listening to music, watching Netflix, or just talking with your friends on Discord or maybe Zoom meetings. These headphones pretty much tick every single box, and once you go ahead and get the software installed on your PC and you play around with the EQs and the spatial surround, there's just a lot to like. There's a good amount of bass, the highs are nice and high so you can hear footsteps really well in games like Call of Duty or Valorant or whatever it is that you play, but also enough bass there so for something a bit more cinematic, a bit more dramatic, these headphones give you a really nice full sound. And even if you're just wanting to listen to music and chill out, like they just sound really good across a broad spectrum of, I guess, content. And I think the fact that you've got 53mm drivers here with neodymium magnets, I think is probably the reason why they do sound so good, and I would have absolutely no issue at all recommending these headphones to somebody. Okay, so conclusion time. Let's talk about some of the pros and cons. Pros for me, 120 hours of battery life in this headset is going to mean that you don't have to be constantly recharging them. You know, you're going to be able to use this headset for 3 or 4 hours each day over the course of a month before you need to recharge it. So that's a big plus. The microphone sounds really good. The drivers sound really good, and comfort-wise, they're very, very comfortable. I just wish they were maybe a little bit more breathable. Some of the cons for me are the fact that the cups don't swivel, so you can't have them laying flat on your chest or flat on the desk. There's no option there for a 3.5mm headphone jack, so if you want to maybe take these when you're traveling and plug them into your laptop or your phone with just a simple cable, you can't do that, unfortunately. And also the actual ear cups, you can't easily remove them and replace them if they decide to one day wear out, which I'm sure they will over time if you're going to be using these for a long period. So for $279, I think it's a really solid buy with the long-lasting battery life, the good sounding drivers, and the microphone. And I think they're definitely going to sell a lot because they have a really good reputation. And if you're someone who's just in front of your PC playing games a lot, or your PlayStation, this is going to tick the box. If you're needing something to be a little bit more versatile, like you need Bluetooth or a headphone jack, then maybe look at some other options out there. But overall, I think that these are priced fairly for the amount of battery life that they offer and for how nice they look, and, you know, for the actual sound and microphone quality. So that's all I have to say about these headphones. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you have any questions about anything that I've talked about, hit me up. Check out my social medias. Check out some of the other videos that I've done. Maybe the other one to check out is the HyperX Duocast microphone. Really good mic. I'll leave a link up in the corner there. And until the next one, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Until the next one, guys, until the next video, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Wait, what am I saying? Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.